Hi guys, just getting ready to start a new kit here. I want to try doing some spraying with the craft acrylics. A lot of you guys seem to be getting some good results. So I'm going to use this kit, Revell's Mini Cooper, and I'll just start by showing you what's in the box. Those are just your standard Revell instructions. This is a curbside kit, so there are only, well, only 8 steps. The first numbered step is just a sprue map. A couple of clear parts here, just some lights. Chassis, like I said, it's curbside, so there is no engine, just molded in exhaust. Just some parts for suspension, steering wheel, dash. Suspension is very simplistic on this kit as well. Very small body, but very nicely molded, very clean. Inner doors. Two small chrome trees, wheels. For some reason the entire dash is chrome, I have no idea. This is just the lights, bumpers. One very nice thing, you can probably tell there, the grille is actually opened, even though the mesh is so fine, but it's a nice touch. Inner wheels, front valance, roof. Interior tub and seats. And windows. Windshield, everything all molded one piece. And very small decal sheet. Just a few emblems, a couple of gauge faces, and a couple of license plates. And that's basically it. Like I said, very simple kit. So yeah, I've already washed the parts, so I'm going to get started. The first step is the interior. I'm going to use the embossing powder, and I'll show you that next step. Okay guys, all I have here is just some white glue mixed with some water, and instead of flocking I use this embossing powder. And I use the black. You can get this in many colors, but nice thing about this powder, you can paint it. But I use the black because when I do paint the interior, the carpeting is kind of darker than the rest of the interior, so it gives it, to me, it gives it a more realistic carpeted look, and it's more in scale than flocking. So, but it goes on exactly the same way that flocking goes on. I would recommend doing this over a piece of paper because it's very, very messy. But all you do is just take a little section and just spread on a coat of the glue, and then just spread on some powder. Make sure it's completely covered. and then when it's dried, you just knock off the excess, or the excess. So it's exactly like flocking, but it's just, I prefer the results I get with this than actual flocking. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like when the powdering is finished. So you just brush off any of the excess there, and then when you paint it, I'll show you the results when I get the interior completed and painted. These are the chrome parts for the Mini. Just getting ready to strip these. I think it was Carolina Man mentioned in one of his videos he was having trouble stripping chrome. So this is what I use, Easy Off oven cleaner. I just put it in on the parts and soak them for probably 5 minutes, and then just pull them out and the chrome is gone. So I'll be right back in a couple of minutes just to show you that. Alright guys, so it's been about 5 minutes, probably not even that. And as you can see, chrome is completely stripped off the parts. You don't have to do anything, just put the Easy Off on there and just let it sit and soak for, like, say, 5 minutes. Always be sure to wear rubber gloves. This stuff is pretty toxic, and always use it in a well ventilated area. So all I do is just take the piece out and rinse it off under some warm water. And there you can see, chrome is gone. So they just need to be cleaned, of course. There's some type of release, not release agent, but as you all know, there's some type of coating that goes on there. So that's about it. And soon ready to start painting. So there you go guys, parts that were chrome just 5 minutes ago are now completely stripped. You can see that the plastic has a yellowish tint to it. That has something to do with the chroming. I just usually very lightly clean that, and to date anyways I've had no problems with paint adhering to that or anything. So just be sure you dispose of the Easy Off in a proper manner. Like I said, it's pretty nasty stuff, really. So these parts are now ready for priming and painting. So I got most of the interior parts painted, the chassis painted. I'm probably just going to leave that in primer. Wheels painted a satin black, bumper stripped satin black as well. The grille also satin black. Sorry. Added black inserts to the doors. Tan interior. You can see the embossing powder, the black painted embossing powder for the floor. As I said, I think in an earlier video, I think the flocking powder, the black painted flocking powder, looks much more in scale than using actual flocking or embossing powder. So yeah, to me it just looks more in scale, and it gives a better representation of carpeting, to my eye anyways. So here are the seats, suspension parts, and the body. It's in primer yet. Hopefully get some color on that next couple of days. So next time I show it, I'll have some assembly done and hopefully some color on the body. Alright, so just cooling up the chassis and interior here. Just got the suspension attached there now, just waiting for it to dry. Just need to put on the exhaust tip. And here's the interior. I don't know how well you're going to be able to focus in there, but a little bit of detailing done. Two-tone door panels. As you saw earlier, carpeted the interior with embossing powder, and I used craft acrylic to paint the interior. So that is the final on the Mini. Actually, when I lived in Vancouver, a girl in my neighborhood, she had this exact car. She had the Mini painted like this. As I said earlier, this was a curbside kit, so it was very simple. Went together pretty quickly. No real issues with the assembly. The only issue I did have was with the decals. The first set of decals I had, they were brittle. As soon as I put them in the water, they fell apart. So I went out and bought another General Lee kit, and the numbers on the door were no problem, but the flag, as soon as I slid it off the backing paper onto the roof, it just stuck. I couldn't move it after that. As luck would have it, the position that I pulled it off the paper on was pretty close to where I wanted it, so, but it could have been a pretty major issue. You can see there it's a little bit crooked, but, and there was one wrinkle there I couldn't get out. Again, I couldn't move the decal. Once it went down, it went down. Pretty much de-chromed everything, except for the light bucket and the gas cap. You can see there. Everything else I de-chromed and painted satin black. The license plate, or license plates, I went with the European plates. I got those off of a Ferrari kit that I did. I had a bunch of plates left over. The 612 I did for box stock build last year. But anyways, guys, there it is, my first kit that I completed. Complete for 2015. The X-Wing is complete, but I don't have the base complete yet, so that project's still in progress. So that's about it. As always, please subscribe, comment, critique, criticize, and thanks for watching.